Hello, this is Palico Padge, and welcome back to another episode of the Curious Expedition with mods. We are currently playing with a Mr. Scrooge McDuck and his three delightful-ish, there's one who I'm not too keen on, nephews, Huey, Louie and Dewey. I'm not going to crack the Dirk joke again. And we're doing all right. I'm a little bit miffed, in all fairness. It's been 24 hours since I've recorded my last episode. I'm trying to put these out every couple of days just to give a little bit of more sort of regular content since me little baby was born. And, well, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit miffed with the sailor we took on last time around. We let him join our little crew. We gave him enough trust to hold a few items for us. We even upgraded him with our fame. Made him a little bit stronger to keep up with the rest of the group. And he bugged us off. For no apparent reason. He just leaves. Gone. Shabong. Shabong isn't a word. I don't know where that came from. But even so, he left. He took stuff. More importantly, he took my trust. I'm feeling hurt. I don't know if I can trust anyone quite like I trusted that sailor whose name I can't remember right now. Ever again. Ever again. That's how much I'm upset about it. But this is the thing. I'm stuck between going to the opulent jungle, where we know there are going to be butterflies, considering that's how we get most of our sanity back through the perks of our nephews, being Mr. Scrooge McDuck, and popping to the desert or the Arctic, which I'd get a new world bonus for, which is only 50 fame, but at the moment the race is very close. I don't know what to do. We've got, what, 2 temples, 2 shrines, a temple and a tomb with the desert. We've got 3 temples, or 3 shrines at the Arctic, and we've got 3 shrines, but we've also got a portal at the jungle. You know what? It might be worth going to the jungle. 3 shrines, guaranteed. That is guaranteed. Let's do it. Eagerly anticipating the forthcoming adventure, I boarded the ship. We had a little time before the ship would be ready, so I saw if there was anything I could do. Soon after my arrival, the hunter approached me. He was eager to see the evidence of Snarfrattle's death. Ah, we got it. We killed him. We handed over Snarfrattle's pelt. The hunter nodded quietly, and I saw a faint sign of sadness crossing his weathered face. I'll tell you what, you just can't please some people. He said, go kill this mangy animal, and I did it for him. Let's face it, it was 3 ducks against a lethal carnivorous monster. I think is the only way to say it. 4 ducks. 4 ducks against this carnivorous monster. And we overthrew the odds. And then he's got a sign of sadness on his face for waiting at the dock. Well, 120 funds. I should think so too, sir. I should think so too. 120 funds and you've lost my respect. There's no putting a price on that, son. There's no putting a price on that. We were given the handsome sum of funds as a sign of gratitude. A trader greeted me this morning. He was a collector of sorts and promised to compensate me favourably for any instruments that we retrieved. We could do that, I suppose. Why not? The trader was heartened by my acceptance of his request. He wished us luck and a safe journey. As I was one of the most famous explorers, stories of my exploits had lured all manner of intrigued personalities. I was approached by several capable persons that were to learn the truth of the stories surrounding my endeavours. Who did I want to recruit? So, we are going to the jungle. So the Bedouin is no good to us. We also have Mr. Sterling. Ah, Mr. Sterling. And then we have Sergeant Newton Urry, the mountain trooper. I mean, he's got what? Mountain guide, reduced movement cost when traversing hills. That in itself is very useful. But, we have hardly any attack die. I think we should probably take Mr. Jim Sterling with us. It's a case of him having the haggle perk, which I'm a big fan of, and also the attacking dice. Although he doesn't hold as much, but I suppose neither does the mountain trooper, so we're not actually missing out too much there. Mr. Jim Sterling it is. We would enrich the expedition with a talent such as James Sterling. Thank God for him. At long last our vessel was ready to leave the harbour. Alright, let's see what we can buy. How much monies do we have? Wow, 331. We're not doing too badly. What do we need? We're going into a jungle. We have 5 spaces. We have lots of torches. I don't think torches is going to be an issue. What's this? A telescope. Optical instrument that aids in the observation of remote objects. Extra map point chance 30%. It's only worth 50. I'm sure we could do that. I think more importantly, importantly though, we need the first aid kits. So we shall take those. Plenty of dynamite, lots of bullets. We've already got climbing gear. We might as well take more. I mean, the rope's good for marshland. There's quite a lot of marshland in the jungle. What about if I did that? What's this? Bread loaf? A simple loaf of bread made by a simpleton. Simple, isn't it? I concur. I'll take that as well. It's 131. How much are the bullets worth? 8. That leaves us 51. So that will stack to there, because I believe that goes up to 20. Yes. The bread will be its own separate stack. The gear will stack. And the first aid will be its own. So that's 2 spaces taken up. So, I mean, we could take the machetes. They're not really too helpful. I'm thinking, is it worth taking the telescope, or should we just fill up on rope? I'm not too worried about the points. Let's take the rope. 31. Bugger it. Let's take it all. Why not? My heart jumped with joy as I heard that the vessel was primed to leave the harbour. Oh, we better go. Better get going. Get going. Expedition 3, you know. Halfway there. Almost. Let's not hold our breaths. We may die of suffocation. Alrighty. Early this morning, a shoreline rose in the morning mist. We had arrived and it was time to sally forth. I don't think there's anything worth keeping hold of in the ship. No. Let's do this. Reach World 3. Done that, did that, like that, love that. Still only 4 regions, mind, so it's okay, I guess. Not a lot to be looking at straight away. We might as well just get on going. Right, so a lot of jungle there. We've got a stone circle here. Do I bother going through? We will use up machetes, which I'm not too fussed about doing right away. Let's check this bad boy out. We do have 2 stars to use, though. And Dew is paranoid. Well, let's upgrade Jim. I didn't upgrade his dice, though. We'll hold off and get Jim upgraded again, I think. We came across a stone formation that seemed to be man-made. There were inscriptions etched into each rock. Perhaps they formed a kind of map. Let's go for ruins. Where are we going? There, and... Oh, there. And there is something in the cave system over there. I mean, this is right next to a hill, so we'll get a good view of the rest of the region, plus maybe a little bit of the region below. And also, Jim can be upgraded again. Let's do that. Oh, blue dice. Of course. Of course. Like we haven't got enough blue dice anyway. Good thing I bought more bullets. So we've got a mission. Right, so. There's not a lot to this region at all. At least what I can see. Alright, well, let's eat the strawberry. I mean, if there's more than one item, we're going to have to drop something. It isn't ideal, in all fairness, but hey-ho. Let's examine the shrine. A shrine towered above us. It looked as old as time itself. What remained of a narrow staircase led to the only entrance. The surface about the structure emitted considerable warmth. It was still possible to walk there, but the potential source of this heat was disconcerting. Well, we better climb up it then, I guess. We used the climbing gear to safely heave ourselves up to the entrance. We had found an altar room. It's sacred, you know. We quietly looked around the majestic hall. Our steps echoed as we approached the sacred altar. Oh, well, there would be, wouldn't there? Well, we'll leave the machetes in their place, I suppose. Let's go. I would not leave empty-handed. The treasure was to be mine! The moment we obtained the treasure, the earth began to shift. We fled as fast as we could as the shrine was swallowed before our very eyes and a volcano began to rise, spitting fire and oozing lava. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, it's alright. That's not too bad at all. I think we'll travel around, not that way. We want to go sort of that way to the mission. That's the safest. And then we'll just watch ourselves. Oh lordy, oh lordy, oh lordy. No, we're good, we're good. It's a good thing we didn't go the other way. That would have been very nasty. We went through the gate and were welcomed by an old missionary. He was visibly relieved to see new faces, as they had operated remotely for quite a long time. Well, into the storage room, please. The priest permitted us access to the mission storage room and promised that we would have all items dispatched, or he would have all items dispatched to the civilized world for us if we were unable to retrieve them ourselves. Tip top. I think that's all we want. After talking about the storage room, our host returned to his everyday duties. Nice. What's his name? Brother Eugene. Oh, I've only ever known one Eugene, and that's the one in The Walking Dead. And he's a dirty... What's the word I'm looking for? He's a flake. That'll do. He's a flake. He'll side with whoever he needs to side, regardless of how he feels about it. What a wuss. What a wuss. What you got on you? The pastor offered us some of his supplies. Well, we can barter. What do we want to barter for? I'm scared of taking the whiskey, because that could lead to alcoholism. I mean, the first aid kit would be pretty nice. And a torch. And you can have a rope. That'll do. Deal. We reached an arrangement with the missionary. Do we want to hang about here? Do we want to hang about here? Probably. Let's stay. The priest coveted our goods. If we desired to rest with a roof over our heads, we would have to make a donation. All right, okay. Wow, that's steep. I mean, what does he value? He's not a fan of teeth, that's for sure. Minus 50. Is there anything which is plus? Is there anything he needs? Anything he wants? No. Well, I mean, like, we've got a lot of climbing gear and a lot of bullets. I think we might need the bullets. We'll give it a few torches. That'll do. With his demands met, he allowed us to rest overnight. As we settled in for the night, we heard some strange sounds originating from the priest's private quarters. Do I really want to do this? I know where it leads. For the sake of doing it, let's do it. We sought out the source of the noise and found the missionary, or rather, the beast he had twisted into. It staggered menacingly towards us. Fight! Alright, how much health you got? 12. That's not too bad. Roll it. I mean, headbutt. How many dice does he have? 2. That's not too bad, in all fairness. If we headbutt him, we can do lookout or observation. We'll hold on to a few of these and roll again. Right, so punctuation, that's good. So he's going to lose 3, that's 7. So we need to knock 4 more off if we can. So let's throw one of those in. Roll again. I mean, we don't need to. I think that's enough. I think he dies now. Yes. I can count. We buried the hideous beast inside the chapel, and we got raw meat as well. There was no one here. Oh dear. Well, at least we get to sleep for free. Neither sight nor sound this morning. We were alone. And again. And once more, because why not? An eerie silence hung over the mission this morning. We were alone. Good. Good. Right, so. I mean, we've got the one. Do we head? Oh, we're right next to the magnetic mountain, which doesn't help. Let's go to the mountain up here. We can always come back to this and use that as a place to rest, which is cool. And we'll check out the cave. We approached a cave. The rocky moor led into darkness of unknown depths. We required a torch to move inside. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We arrived at a small cavern scattered with the detritus of what seemed to be a failed expedition. The rotten remains of what must have been an Arabian explorer stared at us through hollow eye sockets. All the bones we found had been cracked open, and it seemed such empty of marrow. We were delighted to see that one of the corpses was still clinging to useful equipment. Oh. Oh. Well, that is a treasure map. And a spade, which we're going to need to get to the treasure. These, I mean, we'll take the balloons. We can use the balloons straight away. The rest, well, fireworks, yeah, that's fine. I know we're overburdened. We're going to use weather balloons. So there's the village. And there is an abandoned camp. Alright, and what about the bloody hell. What chance have you got with that? I mean, that could have been anywhere before the fire got set. So there was a slight mountain in the corner. So it wouldn't have been there. I don't think we've come across it yet. Looking at that. I think we better make our way to the village and trade in the meat to free up some space. Plus we need to make them happy. They're not best pleased with us at the moment. Hey ho, we shall go that way around. Oh, cancel. Oh, lots of butterflies. Do I need the butterflies yet? No, I don't. I don't. Cancel that. Let's carry on going. Don't let the mosquitoes move. Oh, dear. Oh, great. And, yeah, fantastic. So, Jim Sterling now has malaria. Ugh. All right, well, hey-ho. This evening we reached the village. This group seemed to be a clan of powerful warriors and protectors of this region. As we arrived, the village was buzzing with activity, but no one really paid attention to us. We moved freely about the village and considered our options with these people. The villagers had been awaiting us. They already seemed aware of us. They were cautious, but politely offered their help, perhaps to see us leave sooner. Well, let's see what they got. There's a bit of monies there. There's a bit of monies. Does a red mushroom cure malaria? Or is it just health? I think it's just health, isn't it? Well, what can we get? If I wanted the elephant tusk and the jewels, and I gave you the meat, we're going to have to free up another space, though. So if I gave you... Got to think about this. There's nothing here which is going to stack. The teeth would stack. So we could do all the rope for as many teeth as you allow me. 2. That's about as close as we're going to get it, I think. That'll work. That'll work. I reached a deal with the natives. We haven't actually made them happier with us, have we? But we do have quite a bit of food. So that's okay, I guess. I told the men to pack up and departed, as new adventures could be waiting over the next ridge. The natives stared at me distrustfully as I departed their village. The subsequent day I had the uncomfortable feeling of being watched. Oh dear. Right, so. We are... I don't know whether it's worth us going back to the mission and dropping off the jewels and the tusk. I mean, how much is it to get there? 40. How much is it to get there if we go via there? 50, but we get some sanity back. If we upgrade Louis, then that should pay for itself, movement-wise. So we're on 82. Let's see if this works out. And yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Not a soul can be found. Oh, we can carry the one thing. All right. Well, we'll give you the tusk. That's worth more, isn't it? 60 funds to 30. All right. Oh, actually, have we come across the treasure map thingy yet? No, we haven't. No, we haven't. I mean, how far away are we from home? 26? Well, we're not going to win, are we? We might as well. Let's go back. As long as the volcano doesn't kick off, we should be A-OK. And we found another strawberry. We gained 20 sanity for some reason. I have no idea why. I have no idea why. Return to ship. Our vessel was still offshore where we anchored it. I felt homesick all of a sudden and wondered how much longer I would need to stay out here. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you. Right, so we're going to drop off the jewel. Jewel. No, just jewel. Single. And that's about it, really. We shall sleep here, though, so rest. I instructed the trek to halt to recuperate. The team eagerly gathered wood for a fire. Louis eyed me through the hungry eyes of a gambler. I soon found myself challenged to a game of cards. Well, the odds are on my side. Louis was confounded when I beat him. The fool did not know about my coat's hidden compartment. I decided that it was enough for today. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I am Scrooge, I suppose. As we packed up, I once more enjoyed the fresh sea air of the ship. Nevertheless, I was under the impression that the captain was becoming annoyed by our prolonged stay. Yeah, I concur. We need to go. As we left, we noticed that our campfire had ignited some nearby bushes. Before we knew what had caused it, the fire began to spread out of control. I believed Huey to be the cause of the incident and commanded him to be more cautious next time. Oh, Huey, at least you're not a pyromaniac. Don't set fire to the ship, please. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Right, we're going to go to there. We're going to avoid the raptor for the time being. We're going to go to there and end up on... In fact, we didn't get any instruments, did we? We'll go that way. So 62 plus 10 sanity again. I have no idea why we keep picking up sanity. Plus 7 sanity. It's going lower. Oh dear. A disease had left James Sterling devoid of the vigour required to continue the journey. What? But he just had malaria. Was he ill and I didn't even notice? Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, well. Onwards and upwards, I guess. How annoyed are these guys with us? -3. We might have to kiss some serious butt and recruit someone. We returned to the village. The villagers had been awaiting us. Okay, so trade. We need to please them more than anything first. So let's get rid of all the animal teeth. What's that? +2. It's -3. I mean, we could probably drop a few bits of climbing gear and bullets. 3, 4. Oh, don't get rid of the dynamite. 5. How many was that? I'm not that fussed by that. Oh, there we go. Just 2 of those. +5. So that'll take us to +2. And then we should be able to recruit. I asked around to find out if any adventurous spirits were interested enough to seek fame and glory. A few moments later, I had gathered the interested individuals and had to decide on a new recruit. So we have the animal handler, who's no good because we don't have any animals. We've got the warrior, which is, well, red dice, which is good. Or we can have a Yakul. I think we're going to have to go for Fikovi, the warrior, who's ever so slightly sexist. But I think that outweighs the rest. So you will do. And is it worth resting? I don't think it's worth the time, is it? Let's crack on. Alrighty, so onwards and upwards. Let's skirt. Why won't you go through there? 54, 63, or 30. No, we'll leave the butterfly. I'm not completely convinced by it anyway. Right, so lots and lots of jungle. I'm guessing this is the pyramid up here. We've still got 2 shrines left. We'll hit the camp. Then we'll go down south. Yes. We found an old campsite. There were remains of what seemed to be a failed expedition from long ago. The skeletal remains of what must have been an Italian explorer stared at us through cracked eye sockets. The bones were arranged as if to tell me something. Oh. I was confident we would find something valuable here. I instructed the people to form small teams and investigate the surroundings. We were delighted to see that one of the corpses was still clinging to valuable equipment. Chocolate and machetes, oh my. We should take it all. Alright, so on to the cave network. I mean, it's definitely green, so it's not going to be over in this region, I don't think, unless it's over in this corner, just to be really, really annoying. It's nowhere up there. Because it's got a little mountain in the corner. It's going to be in the region we haven't explored. Do we want to explore it? That's the question. We've got a bird in the way. I don't think our avian cousin will be quite happy to see us. Let's see. We located a cave. Its opening seemed to lead deep into the mountain. Blah, 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 blah. With the torch and descended into the darkness, we arrived at a concealed passage in one of the walls that seemed to lead into another part of the cave. Only one person would be able to squeeze through at a time. I'm going to send Fickovi in, simply because the stats are in our favour. Aha! I elected Fickovi to investigate the opening. After some time, he crawled back out of the darkness. He regaled us with the majesty of a sacred altar inside, upon which lay an arcane artifact. Oh. Oh. Metal cube, a small cube of shiny magnetic material covered in otherworldly engravings. Okay. We are overburdened. That's fine, that's fine. We shall eat the chocolate. And then get up on the hillside. Please don't aggro. Oh dear. Oh, and there's the portal. I mean, we're surrounded by death right now. This isn't good. This isn't good. Let's promote Fickovi. That didn't really help a lot. But we've got no other choice. Yeah, I keep forgetting I've got these medical kits. I should have healed up Jim Sterling. Oh well, never mind. Oh bugger. 2 tigers. Roll it. Let's throw in a dynamite. So, we want group damage low. Damage for multi-attack. So I can't throw any more in this round. I think it's probably worth taking the hit, you know. Six and 6. I think this is doable. 4 with strong bleeding on you. That's you dead. And if we pull you out and throw down you and roll it, come on. It's got to be in our favour. Or headbutt him. 5. Roll it. Had to happen. And we'll call it there. Jeez, we deprived the dead of anything useful. All to try and find some treasure. We don't even know if it's going to be around or not. That'll do there. Don't think I'm too fussed by anything else. I mean, we could go to the portal. Let's eat the strawberries. 24. Well, we'll have a quick look-see over here. It's just, I can't see where this is. This makes no sense, this treasure map. None whatsoever. There's no big foresty area anywhere around here which looks even close to it. Unless it's right down here. But then you wouldn't see that. Alright, okay, well. Onto the portal, maybe? Is he still annoyed with us? I grade for 12 days. He doesn't like us. We'll have a quick look-see. Ooh, O, E. Oh, people are bleeding. I didn't notice. In the wilderness, it was nearly impossible to prevent an injury from becoming infected. Dewey's wound had begun to fester and secrete an astonishing degree of pus. Right, we better heal people. In fact, won't people get healed if we get to the springs? What do we need? Let's eat a strawberry. Still not good enough. Some bread? No? Bit more bread? No? Bit more bread? That'll do. Don't die. Please don't die. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. It's only a native. I'm sure there's some sort of herb or something he can put on it, which he knows about. We should all be fine. We reached a place of outstanding natural splendour. The water had a strong colouring. Its healing capabilities were more than obvious. We decided it would be a good idea to stay here and allowed everyone to rest. There was an unnatural quietness to the night as we sat and stared into the fire. Tonight Vicovi was heard to whisper and mutter from time to time, as if he was talking to someone that was demonstrably not there. I settled down for the night. Alright. At least everyone's going to be healed, I suppose. Days went by pleasantly. Delicate steam laced the water as we prepared to leave. Bathing in the hot springs had astonishingly healed our wounds, or astoundingly, should I say. And we want to rest once more. This night we had a supernatural occurrence. The spirits of dead natives materialised in front of us. They mourned about their deaths, caused by unnatural monsters that were breeding in a nearby cave. If we would avenge them and hunt down the monsters, they promised that we would find a worthwhile magical reward on their corpses. We're going to have a look. We accepted their plea and vowed to hunt down their killers. They seemed grateful and told us about the location of a cave. Afterwards they disappeared into the night whence they came. That's like off the map. I mean, it's like so far off the map. That's okay. Bug. We're gonna put it down to a bug. That's a write-off. That's fine. That's fine. We need to go. Really? 30? 31? 32? 33? We'll go to there. I want to avoid that bird if at all possible. Oh, there's the pyramid. I haven't hit any of the bloody shrines. Unless that is a cave, which takes us to that cave. But that doesn't make any sense. Hey-ho. Let us... I mean, do we crack on? We're going to be last anyway. I suppose we've got to make up the money somewhere. We'll go and check out this cave. I haven't got many ways of putting our sanity up from here, though. Cancel! Maybe he's got something. We entered a mysterious-looking hut. It was a dark and damp inside, with all sorts of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the walls. A native shaman approached us with a wild-eyed stare as he chewed on some leaves. Let's have a look-see. Rather skittishly, the shaman got out a small crate and presented his wares. Still no... Has he got teleport? Targeted teleportation. I mean, that's useful. The others I'm not too fussed of. We could take the cocoa leaves. Let's take the targeted teleportation. And you can have a few teeth. In fact, you know what? Do you want a map? Because I'm not too fussed by it. We'll take some cocoa leaves. And... climbing... Oh, we're about to use the climbing gear, aren't we? No, we're not. You have the climbing gear. Oh, more cocoa? Oh, a torch? And a bullet for more cocoa. I dig it. That's fine. That'll do. It took some effort, but after all, we came to an agreement with the shaman. I'm not too fussed by any of their skittishness. Paranoid and sexist. No, that's fine. We'll be fine. Oh dear. As we left, we noticed that our campfire had ignited some nearby bushes. Before we knew what had happened, the fire began to spread out of control. I suspected Louis to be the culprit and urged him to be more cautious next time. This is the game telling me that I've had my time on this map and it's time to move on. Right, so we've got a strawberry. Yes. The waterfall was something to behold. There was no awe-inspiring sight. La 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 la. Rest. We prepared camp and allowed everyone to rest. The mood was buoyant as I ordered wood to be gathered for a fire. As usual, I walked the vicinity of the camp to ensure that no poisonous animals were in sight. While doing so, I wondered if I was able to guess the sort of location by its surrounding terrain. For example, it seemed that villages were always close to water. I decided that that was enough for today. That's quite a pondering, sir. It's quite a pondering. After days of rest, we still enjoyed the sparkling effect of the falling water. The natural beauty here was breathtaking to behold. Cool. Right, so 24 to that shrine. And it means getting through a gorilla as well. I think we might just call it quits at the next shrine. Sanite. A shrine towered above us. It looked as old as time itself. I could make out an entrance on an upper platform. We would have to climb up the exterior walls in order to reach it. The structure was slightly tilted and subsiding, although the ground seemed stable enough to attempt entry. Oh, bugger. We've got no way of climbing up, have we? I mean, we've got a chance. It is but a chance, though. Let's do it. Ah, we did it. We did it. I was sure we could do this. I ordered everyone to be careful and scale the shrine without safety measures. Nothing would get in the way of our progress. A few moments before sundown, we arrived at the upper platform and were happy that no one got injured. We carefully entered a well-preserved ceremonial chamber. If this place held any riches, I knew we would find them here. We found a stone altar that was covered in ancient writings. Alright, so. Nice. He says. What would I leave? Take it all? I would not leave empty-handed. That was exactly what we came for. We grabbed the treasure and dashed outside as the ground around us started to collapse behind us. We would have to run for our lives to avoid being devoured by the giant chasm that was beginning to form. So, are we dead on top of it? No, we're there. So, we need to run away. Oh, we're overburdened. Okay, so let's drop the bread or the torches. Let's drop the torches. Is that enough? Just about. And we need to run pretty sharpish. I hope this doesn't nip us in the butt. Let's get down to there, see if we make it. Run! Run! Oh, the hyena knows what's at. Oh, we're good. Alright, we survived. Okay, let's go back. Why not? Let's push on. We got dynamite. We could use it. Hopefully there's a way through it. I'm just being greedy now. You know, this is a terrible, terrible idea. 20. So let's eat the strawberries. And we'll finish off the bread. And up to that we go. And we'll have a look. A shrine towered above us. Time had taken its toll on the structure. I can make out an entrance, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. Bugger. We had to take risks if we wanted to succeed. Oh, is he dead? I ordered everyone to be careful and scaled the shrine without safety measures. The tower demanded its tribute. Louis ran out of breath and fell all the way down. He was smashed upon the stones. His chest was crushed and heart within burst. He lay still in a puddle of his own blood. We were all taken aback, but had to proceed. Louis, no! Oh, Louis! Was Louis the one that... Oh, it's alright. He's the one who I didn't get on with. That's fine. We arrived at what seemed to be the treasure chamber. It was a truly awe-inspiring sight. I held my breath as we discovered an ancient altar in its centre. You know what? I'm taking it all. I am taking it all. The artifact would sit atop the altar no longer. I stepped into a cold pocket of sorts. I could see my own breath crystallise in the air, and every breath was like tiny needles were being jammed into my nose and throat. You know what? We've outstayed our welcome. We need to go. We need to go. Where's the pyramid? There's the pyramid. Boom. Our final destination taunted us with its golden glory. Pluck will do it every time. Well, duck will do it every time even. After such an endeavour, extraordinary pride overcame me. I knew that the name Scrooge McDuck would be written about long after I departed this life. I congratulated Ficovey, but instead of happiness I saw sadness. He feared what derogatory treatment would face them in my world. Chin up, son. See, we love you. We all love you. Plus I've lost Louis. All my stories about the convenience of the civilised world had an effect on Ficovey, and he agreed to come back with me. Awesome. So we're a little bit better off as far as the dice are concerned. As it stands. Oh, we've got a new world bonus. Why do we get a new world bonus? Unless you don't get a choice over the first one. That is, I suppose. Finish expedition. You inspire me. This is wonderful. Right, so this time around we have Ninja. Receives an additional crit die. Reduces chance of triggering combat slight. That's pretty cool. We have Climber, which is pretty boring. And Ruffian receives an additional attack die. We're going to go for goddamn Ninja. Ninja Ducks. That's what it's all about. So kind of you. Alright, let's see this then. They've all done pretty well. They've all done pretty well. I don't think it's anything too worrisome. I mean, let's face it. Alexandra David Neal, she's nowhere. She's nowhere. We're going to keep the butterflies. And we're going to keep the teeth. We don't have a lot of funds. So we're going to sell the 2 tigers. We'll gift that. Gift that, gift that, gift that. Does that put us anywhere close? Within 75. How much are these worth? 70 and 70. So we'll sell that. Gift that. How much do we have? 81. That's worth 60. So that's 140. Do I just want to be close to them, or do I want to actually overtake them? I think we need the money, you know. We haven't got the best of... Actually, we're not doing too bad on bits, I suppose. As long as we're not too extravagant. Do we need... I don't think we can take Coco Leaves with us. You know what? We're going to sell that. And we're going to sell that as well. We need the monies. Because we didn't get any instruments either. So we might take a bit of a fame hit. Bugger. But hey, that's Expedition 3 of 6 done and dusted. We have lost one of our nephews, good old Louis, who didn't really like us anyway, so I'm not too fussed by it. But hey ho, it means that we're not going to finish as a family. But you know, you got to take the rough with the smooth when it comes to this game. But well, as I said, he wasn't my favourite nephew, so I don't mind. I'm not too fussed. It's one less Christmas present to buy. That's the way I look at it. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.